Good afternoon, everybody. It is 1 o'clock on Wednesday, and if you're here with me, Barb, creating your healthy truth. So, let me tag her. Okay, great. Hey, Mary Kay. So I wanted to talk today about fats, and I did put a little the skinny about fats in my little message there, and you'll get that as we go on. I'm getting all these things to add. Okay. So, because I was talking with a client the other day, and, she was talking about how she's, drinking, skim milk, eating low-fat foods. And, I'm seeing that a lot of people don't really know that fats are really good for you, and that sugar is really the bad guy. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about that today to make it clearer for people. Back in the 80s when heart disease was on the rise, everything was no fat, low fat. And what happens when they take the fat out of foods, they put sugar back in, okay? And that's when all of this obesity epidemic and so on and so forth was starting to take hold, was because everything was being processed, sugar being put in foods, the fat removed, and so on and so forth. So it's important for you to know that. And so there's so many people still out there buying no-fat, low-fat foods. And, one day I went to the supermarket because I always go there and I check out the ingredient labels and so forth. And, when you compare a no-fat, let's say sour cream, to a full-fat sour cream, the ingredients are like, oh my God, you really owe it to yourself to check it out because they're not real. In the no-fat, okay? Because fat flavors food, and they need that. So anyway, I wanted to be clear about that. So after many decades, they've realized that it's not fat that raises your cholesterol, it's really sugar that does that. And how that happens is because, we're eating so many processed food, there's so much hidden sugar in our food, even in our milk. I mean, it's kind of insane. Is that the more sugar you eat, the more insulin you're pumping out, and you get to a point where you become insulin resistant, because your body's always trying to maintain balance, which I talked about last week. So the insulin gets released to maintain your blood sugar. But if you're continually eating, like drinking sodas, eating pizzas, all that kind of stuff, processed foods, the insulin's just going to keep on coming, and what happens is that gets stored as fat. So that's how that happens. So sugar is really the culprit here. I know a lot of people, they go to the doctor, they have high cholesterol, and they get put on a statin. I'm not a doctor, so I don't want to be, the bad guy here, but if your doctor's not talking to you about your diet, then I would recommend to get a second opinion, see a nutritionist, or call me, okay? Email me, barb@yourhealthytruth.com. There you go. Because diet really drives these situations, diabetes, high cholesterol, most diseases that we have in this country today are all food driven. Once we change our diet and eat healthier whole foods, then you can reverse a lot of these things. So I wanted you to know that as well. So there's so much I could say about fat that I could be all over the place. But so sugar's really the bad guy, and that's what drives the statins. There we go. When people are taking statins to reduce their cholesterol, you have to remember, our brain and our cells need fat. To build healthy cells, you need fat to do that. Okay? Our brain is 60% cholesterol, and our brains need the fat in order to operate optimally. Okay? So that's very important, and fat does so many other things. I mean, first of all, fat burns fat. I don't know if anybody here follows Dr. Mark Hyman, but he's my favorite guy. So if you're not following him, I recommend you to go onto his website, drhyman.com, and subscribe to his newsletter. He actually does weekly videos that last about 4 or 5 minutes, and they're just packed and full of information. And he's all about, he wrote a book about fat burns fat, and he's got a cookbook out as well, which is great. But fat burns fat, you know, it gets our metabolism going, you know, so if we're not getting the fats, we're not burning it. It's one of our best sources of energy, fat, so we need that. Fats also help us to absorb our fat-soluble vitamins. You've heard the term fat-soluble vitamins. Well, unless we have fat in our diet, we don't get the absorption to get all the nutrients out of those vitamins. You know, fat always gives us beautiful skin, okay? I wrote them all down here so I didn't leave anything out. Fat makes hormones, okay? I mean, who knew that fat did all these great things for us? So leaving it out of our diet, we're really doing ourselves a disservice. It forms a protective cushion around our organs, okay? And it builds our brains, which I just went over before. But I just wanted, you know, I talk to a lot of people in the course of a day and events that I go to, and it's just amazing to me how afraid people are to eat fat, you know. But we're talking about the healthy fats, so we're talking about avocados. And you can eat 2 or 3 avocados in one day and you're not going to hurt yourself, you know. I started putting half an avocado in my smoothie in the morning, and actually my cholesterol went down after doing that for a period of time. I even put coconut oil in my smoothie, okay? I think my cholesterol was like 189 something, and it went down to 179. And my HDL is off the charts. It's very high, which is good. You know, that's another thing you need the fat for, to raise your HDL, which is the good cholesterol, and lower the bad cholesterol, okay? So, so avocados, coconut oil, olive oil, there's MCT oils out there that you can, you know, I know people that put it in their coffee, you know. I guess you get it wherever you can, right? But I put it in my smoothies, you know, makes it nice and creamy and all of that stuff. So I just wanted to talk about the fats because there's a lot of people out there that don't know about this. And also, you know, I just wanted to talk about a study that came out regarding Alzheimer's. You know, because our brains need the fat to function optimally. If we're taking statins and lowering our cholesterol and eating low-fat foods, they're saying that that has a lot to do with the Alzheimer's and also grains. If you haven't read The Grain Brain by Dr. Perlmutter, ever since I read that book, I don't eat many grains at all, I have to tell you. He talks about how, you know, when they take an MRI of a brain on cocaine, how it's all lit up. That's how it is with grains. The brain is like all lit up, it's inflamed, okay? So, and actually these healthy fats keep inflammation down, okay, which is another good thing. So the foods that are good to add, to keep, or to add back in if you've taken them out, if you're a no-fat, low-fat kind of person, eggs are back in. The omega-3s and the egg yolks, awesome for you. Butter's back in, that's a good thing. Grass-fed, of course, because you don't want to get the butter from the cows that have been eating the genetically modified foods, because then it's pesticides, so you want to stay clear of that, okay? You know, and the full-fat yogurts, I tell my clients, if you're going to drink milk, it's got to be organic and full-fat. That's it. Because there's, you know, antibiotics, hormones, all that kind of stuff in milk today, and if it's organic, you know it's not going to have those things in it, okay? So, that's pretty much it. I just wanted to, because the more people I talk to, the more frustrated that I get that I guess people are afraid to you know, bite the bullet and eat the full fat. And again, if you have a situation that, you know, speak to your doctor. You know, some people have genetic situations and so on and so forth. I don't want to tell you to go off and do this, and your doctor's saying no, you know. But, you know, you can always get a second opinion too. You know, sometimes some doctors see things like straight ahead like this. Other doctors are more out here, okay, and they're more alternative. But I would definitely get with either contact me or your local nutritionist and have a conversation and find out what you could do to improve your situation. So I hope you guys are having an awesome day. I know here in New Jersey, It's cloudy, a little rainy, and I can't wait for the sunshine. I need the sunshine. So I hope wherever you are, you're having a good day, and I'll be back on Monday. You know, sometimes things come up for me and I can't be consistent in my Mondays at 1. But Monday at 1, I'll be back. I'm not sure what I'll talk. I never know till like the day of or the morning of what moves me and what I want to talk about. But if there's a topic that you'd like to hear more about, by all means, put it in the comment below. I'm happy to do that. And also, before I forget, Elaine Albert and I are together doing an awesome trip to Sicily. We leave September 12th, returning on the 19th in the Syracuse region. Oh my God, we were there last year, and what a fabulous time we had. The weather was like in the mid-80s, sunny every single day. We went to all the UNESCO sites, and we did cooking classes. We went to an organic farm and made regatta cheese and had a meal that was like not to be believed. Everything off the farm. It was fabulous. So I just want you to know about that. We've also sweetened the pot from now until April 20th, and then it goes down. We've added another $100 off, so it's $400 off the total of the trip if you register by April 20th. Now, if you have any questions, you can private message me, or you can put a comment below. I will put the link after my Facebook Live here of how to access that information. But it really is, we have such a great time, you know, and we have people that sign on and come with us that we don't even know, and you never know who you're going to get. But every time we all get along, we laugh, we have so much fun, and and everybody gets a massage. Absolutely. So that's all part of your deal. So it's really about de-stressing and getting nourished, and, you know, just kicking back. We're going to have some guided meditation through Elaine. She's going to lead us in some meditations and easing into the flow of life when you want to resist, which is, you know, really kind of cool. She does great work, and she's been doing retreats and workshops for 25 years, and she's awesome. So if you go onto my website, yourhealthytruth.com, and hit the Sicily 2018 tab, you'll get all the information. I will put the link below, as I said, when I'm finished. And we love to have you, you know, join us, join in the fun. So have an awesome week, and I will see you on Monday. Bye-bye.